Hello and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia Sachi route. Last time, Sachi turned it all around and managed to make some semblance of a connection between the personality she's developed over the years with the personality she's been repressing over the years. Which is great, and it felt sort of like an ending. I'm not sure what else is left at this point, so I guess we'll see. What, up already? Apparently a bit dazed, she blinks her eyes repeatedly in evident confusion. Yeah, day's practically over by now, though. You can just go back to sleep if you want. More or less? What about it? Did you know? Wasn't even aware of most of it. Smiling happily, Sachi cuddles up against my arm and hugs it tightly. Pure, straightforward affection is always a pleasant thing. But when it's coming from someone you care about in return, pretty much nothing else compares. What is that?
今だけじゃなく、明日からもこうしてゆうくんと一緒に寝させていただいてもいいでしょうか?
Wait, do you mean the sleep in the same bed part? Or the sort of thing going on? Because, you know, the expression on Sachi's face is pleasant, but something in the tone of her voice seems earnest, even pleading. I don't think she's displaying a slightly pushy girlfriend character right now. There's something else to this. For a moment, I hesitate to reply. Oh, you're gonna play that guilt trip of a sad tone. No. Apparently a little unnerved by the delay, Sachi looks up into my eyes and presses for an answer. It's such a characteristic little gesture that I can't help but smile, reassuringly back at her. Now, fine by me. Sharing of beds. Easy enough, at least. Smiling in relief, Sachi slowly closes her eyes and nestles up against me. And within seconds, I hear her breathing take on a quiet, regular rhythm. Wait, are you already asleep? Oh, my. Yeah, she did say that she was really good at just falling asleep, didn't she? I think she did. That was like one of the things she got good at just by command. I try poking her cheeks as a little experiment, but get nothing in the way of a reaction. Well, I guess she did work pretty damn hard for my benefit today. In recognition of her gallant efforts, I suppose I can overlook this lapse in discipline for the time being. Get yourself some rest, Sachi. Mumbling a few pointless words to my snoring girlfriend, I reach out and gently brush a few loose strands of hair from her forehead. Okay. Early the next morning, I snap awake to the sound of someone breathing heavily a few inches from my ear. You okay? Sachi? I turn my head towards the irregular sound that roused me, and Sachi's lying at my side, squirming in her sleep. It takes me a few seconds to remember that I have agreed to share her bed last night. Sachi seems to be having some sort of nightmare. Her breathing's rough and ragged. From the look of things, I should probably wake her up immediately. Sachi? Hey, Sachi. When I quietly call her name, Sachi opens her eyes just a sliver. You awake? But instead of responding to my voice, she just gazes vaguely over at me. Sachi? You back to having those nightmares? Did you not get past the trauma enough? smiling a little bit. No, is it? I just gave her a considerate wake-up call, and now she expects me to play along with the cutesy sleepyhead act. Oh, some nerve. Seems I've been too lax on the girl lately. Time to reestablish a little discipline. What's all this then, head maid? You've forgotten your morning duties. Her body quivering with surprise, Sachi reflexively reaches for my pants like a well-trained dog, ordered to fetch a bone. Oh yes, morning duties. I respond with an instant karate chop to the crown of her head. With a dopey little yelp, Sachi's sleep-fogged eyes snap fully open. You're finally conscious. Spam right here. If this was an NCO barracks, you'd be running 5 laps around the grounds by now. You are tossing and turning in your sleep. Yeah, have a nightmare or something. True enough, her little groans weren't particularly dramatic. Might have just been a run-of-the-mill bad dream. Dad dream. I have to say, though, I'm a little surprised you're not a morning person. Okay, why is today any different? Oh, last I checked, you're the one who asked for it. Quite literally, even. Maybe it's your own faults. And hey, if that's the case, I can just choose to not accept your offer anymore to sleep with me. Stop pushing the blame onto me every time you embarrass yourself, you cheeky little punk. Oh god, she's gonna do it on purpose. There's a vaguely expectant expression on Sachi's face as she delivers this line. Her newfound aggressiveness on this front reminds me pretty strongly of a pushy little kid, the pushy little kid she used to be, but at the moment it's a little hard to celebrate. Nah, I think I'll pass. I don't dislike the whole Master of the Mansion role-playing, but I'm not enough of a less crazed monkey to start screwing first thing in the morning. Today. Sure. Fucking sure. Sachi's always had a habit of clinging stubbornly to certain misconceptions, but the trend actually seems to be accelerating lately in some very weird ways. Is this my fault? Yes. Yeah, let's just not answer that last question entirely. An attractive proposal, but I want to take care of my daily running first. Rolling out of bed, I proceed to straighten my appearance a little bit. You don't really need to, but... Amani happens to be coming down the stairs from the second floor just as we leave the room. Our eyes meet. Weren't we in Sachi's room? Isn't her room on the second floor? Am I wrong? It's been a while, I thought. Okay. Instantaneously evaluating the approaching danger, I turn my side and issue preemptive orders. Emergency situation, Sachi. Take her into custody.
Yeah!
Sachi circles smoothly behind her target, binds her thumbs together with a bit of nylon cord, then pushes a knee sharply against the back of her right leg. Amani's forced to her knees, both arms effectively immobilized. Good job, Sachi! Oh, my goodness. Truly graceful, confident movement. Reminds me of a well-trained professional operative at work. Seems like you've been keeping up with your daily training. Very well, you have permission to speak.
して私はいきなり拘束されてるわけっていうか、なんで捕虜扱い？
There's a possibility you get some funny ideas about us leaving the room together and start smoking. I acted to neutralize this threat.
じゃあそういうことしてたの？
I'm not going to fall for your leading questions. I'm the one conducting this interrogation. Who sent you after us? Is this Machina's doing?
いや、誘導尋問っていうか、あんたたちが付き合ってるのは周知の事実だし、朝早く同じ部屋から2人が出てきたとしても別に驚かないってば。
What, really? Should have said so in the first place.
それを説明する前に拘束されたんですけど。
手荒な真似をしてしまってすみません、天音さん。
ああ、さっちゃんは謝らなくてもいいのよ。どうせユージがやらせたことなんだから。
I didn't make her do anything. I just ordered her to. My goodness.
はい、今の私はゆうくんの命令にだけ絶対服従です。
Oh my.
のろけるのは構わないんだけど、その前に拘束を解いてもらえる？
そうでした。
Finally coming to her senses, Sachi retrieves a pair of scissors from God knows where and carefully snips the nylon cord binding Imani's fingers.
まさかこの国で捕虜になることがあるとは思わなかったわよ。
No comment. But if you weren't shadowing us, why are you up and about this early?
ああ、今日は商店街で朝市が立つのよ。だからそのための早起きってわけ。
It's just economizing words. What? Just economizing your food cost or something like that?
そうそう。朝市で売られる食材はいつも以上にお安くなるからさ。
Huh.
そういうことでしたら、マキちゃんのお世話は私に任せてください。
ありがとう、さっちゃん。もしあの子が起きてきたら、用意しておいた朝ごはんを食べさせてくれればいいから。
わかりました。では、そのように。
それじゃあ私は行ってきます。
With an energetic bump of her fists, Amani bounds out the dorm in pursuit of her bargains. Well, I can't let Amani make us look bad. Let's get ready.
はい。
That afternoon, halfway through her routine laundry duty, Sachi begins to spread out pens and paper on the table. Getting some studying done while you wait?
いえ、今年の夏休みは帰省するタイミングがなかったので、おじさんたちに近況を知らせるお手紙を書こうと思いまして。
Oh, that's pretty responsible of you. Right, now you mention it. You were adopted by your dad's brother and his wife, weren't you?
はい、おじさん夫婦は昔から優しい人たちでしたし、私のことを引き取ってくれた後も本当の家族のように接してくれて、いくら感謝しても足りないくらいです。
Their own daughter, maybe not quite, but probably a fair enough amount to give those words some credence. When someone ends up adopting a niece or nephew, problems with neglect and abuse are sadly common. But from JB's information, Sachi's aunt and uncle were decent people who'd never managed to have a child of their own. I guess she was fortunate enough in that respect. In that case, I guess there's no reason to sugarcoat it. Might as well just tell them how you're really feeling.
はい、学園に転入してきた男の子に日々女としての喜びを教え込まれている。
Okay.
そう書いておくことにします。
Sachi. See, if he actually treats you like a daughter, I might have to run soon. Good thinking. I'm sure your uncle will send us a celebratory box of rubbers. Ooh. I hope so.
ドラッグストアに行く手間が省けますね。
Oh. Okay, this is a joke, right? Because I'm not sure anymore.
もちろんです。そんなことを書いてしまったら、おじさん得意の通信空手の出番になってしまうかもしれません。
Ooh. A long distance. I want to learn that. Huh. I did more or less get the sense that she was kidding around. We can never be too careful with this one.
そんなに私の冗談は笑えませんか？
No, that's not it. I'm more concerned with what you're writing about me.
それなら心配いりません。初恋の男の子と再会して幸せな毎日を送っていますと書きますから。
Your first love, huh? It honestly feels a little awkward to hear that, but it's hardly unpleasant to know that she had feelings for me even back then. But while we're on the topic of Sachi's past, there's something that's been weighing in my mind for a while now. Specifically, her mother. She's alive. Right. In a persistent vegetative state ever since the accident, she's still lying in the hospital bed. Sachi has to be aware of that fact, but she's never shown any intention of paying a visit, or even mentioned her mother in the present tense. I can't help but wonder how Sachi feels about her parents now, what she thinks about the cold way they treated her before the accident. That's one part of the story that's still mostly a blank.
ゆうくんがそういう顔をしているときは、何か難しいことを考えているときです。
Yeah, want me to elaborate? Something difficult on your mind? Okay, Sachi. Mind if I ask you a serious question?
それは私のお父さんとお母さんに関することですよね。
Not really much else to guess, is there? It's a statement, not a question. Sachi's expression is suddenly very serious. That's right. On the day we destroyed the school, you said they abruptly turned cold. Did something happen between you and your parents back then? Abruptly. See, back in the flashback, I never really took it as abrupt.
何があったというよりは、逆に何もなかったのが問題だったんだと思います。
Nothing happened.
はい。私があの公園でゆうくんと出会うまでは、お父さんもお母さんもとても優しかったんです。
See, that was after that one birthday that they didn't really do much as. That wasn't really abrupt. Not that it really matters if it was abrupt or not. Maybe it's just that it really came to become obvious that they were acting that way at that point.
でも、お父さんの実家の工房がテレビで取り上げられたことをきっかけに、私の家の仕事も急に忙しくなって、仕事の手を止めて私の話を聞いてくれたり、休日になれば一緒に遊んでくれるというようなこともなくなり、金型を作る機械の音が一日中鳴り響く家で一人ご飯を食べるということが多くなりました。そして二人が私の相手をしてくれないのは自分の頑張りが足りないせいだと考えて、私は勉強も家の手伝いもそれまで以上に頑張りました。でも私がどんなに頑張っても二人の反応が変わることはなかった。そういうことです。
I see. From what I've just heard, it's easy enough to arrive at a reasonable conjecture. Sachi's parents were just too occupied with work to give her the attention she was craving. Their coldness was probably just simple exhaustion. But I can still remember the way Sachi used to talk about them on the playground back then. It's not hard to imagine how heartened and happy she must have been. Even so, I remember you saying that you love them very much just a few weeks ago. Are those still your honest feelings? Sachi averts her eyes, clearly hesitant to answer. There's no doubt that this is a painful question for her. But Sachi's relationship with her parents was the root cause of all of her suffering, so she finds some sort of closure about this. I haven't saved her in any real sense.
二人が私のことをどう思っていたかはわかりません。
Wow, there's...
でも、私がお父さんとお母さんのことを好きだったという気持ちは変わりません。
I see. The words have the ring of truth. But right now, I think Sachi really needs to understand her own feelings with absolute clarity. In that case, maybe helping her escape the law she imposed on herself was enough. Maybe, in breaking free of that defensive shell, she's found something like a normality again. I'm sorry for asking you an unpleasant question, Sachi.
ゆうくんが謝る必要なんてありません。ゆうくんは私に大切なことを気づかせるためにあれだけのことをしてくれました。ですから、ゆうくんには私のすべてを知っていてほしいんです。
Sachi's words and tone convey something very close to absolute trust. I respond to her earnest feelings by reaching out and gently petting her head. Thanks, Sachi. But if you're sure that you're feeling... But if you're that sure of your feelings towards your parents, I guess there's nothing for me to worry about. Go ahead and tell your uncle that you're happy. Sounds like it's true.
ゆうくん
When you're done writing the letters, let's go drop it off together.
はい。もう遅いから帰ってお
Was that the...
いで
This is the one that she learned from her mother, I want to say? Her freshly complete letter in hand, Sachi trots along a step ahead of me. I've come to here enjoying the song, knowing that it means she's in a good mood. The gentle flowing melody inspires relief and contentment. I guess even mature can be a valuable source of information every once in a while. Oh my.
そういえばゆうくんはこの先を少し行ったところに小さな公園があるのを知っていますか？
Ah, yes, that is true. Yeah, happened to pass by a little while ago on my way to work.
それは残念です。とっておきの情報でゆうくんを驚かせようと思っていたのですが。
Ah, that's high quality intelligence in your book. Well, good for you.
はい。公園は私とゆうくんにとっては思い出の場所ですから。サチ、お前は本当にすごいやつだ。世界一、いや宇宙一お前のことを愛していると喜んでくれることを期待していました。
I don't know. With the principal around, I don't know. It's sort of hard to put you that high. I might be lying. Sachi, you really are something else. I love you more than anyone else on Earth. No, more than anyone else in the universe. As I parrot the corny line, I wrap my arms around Sachi and hug her tightly. Hey, Sachi, you planning to say something?
すみません。あまりの嬉しさに思わず呼吸が止まってしまっていました。
Oh, gotta be careful when we're having sex and shit then. Oh my. I just repeat that line repeatedly. And you're just like, oh, if I ever wanted to just take you out. I really wish I could interpret that as a joke. That said, it's kind of a relief that she enjoyed hearing it. I'd been fully prepared for the possibility of something like, I was only joking, Yu-kun. That's rather nauseating. I guess it was worth the gamble. Really? I would be very hard-pressed that she'd say something like, to imagine her saying something like that in response to that. Even if she wasn't all that like, oh, I really, really actually did want you to say that. The nauseating part, damn.
でも私がゆうくんを驚かせたり何かの勝負で勝つというのは難しそうです。
You're overestimating, me. You're overestimating me. I didn't beat you at extreme typos.
そういえば
Did I?
ブランコでどちらが高く上がれるか勝負も連続逆上がり勝負も私の勝ちでした。
Yeah, you won most things back then. You want to go try it again? I bet I could win now. What? Is this back when we were kids?
はい。あの頃のゆうくんはまだ可愛いという言葉が似合う感じでしたし、私も運動は得意な方でしたから。
I'm not cute now. Oh. I'm not particularly happy about the cute thing, but sounds like we played some pretty first games back then.
正確には私が付き合わせたと言った方がいいかもしれませんけど。
True. I've got a pretty strong impression of you as a complete tomboy.
だから靴飛ばしも私が勝ったままなんです。
Oh, you want to get... Oh, okay. You're trying to lead me... No, yeah, let's go do it. Shoe kicking.
あ、いえ、何でもありません。
If you say so. Seems like Sachi remembers those days pretty vividly. But unfortunately, my own memories from back then are still pretty indistinct. At this point, that strikes me as a bit of a shame. Well, when we've both got some free time, maybe we can try messing around the playground again.
それは本当ですか?
Yeah, I'm a little irritated that I can't remember those days as well as you. Making some new memories strikes me as more productive than sulking about it.
2011年9月3日14時16分
That is today, I believe. Mind telling me why you're writing down the exact time all of a sudden? Am I under arrest?
今後私がゆうくんを公園に誘っても断られないように証拠として記録しておくんです。
You really think I would go back? Oh, fine, I might. I don't know. I see, very prudent. It seems you've got a good grasp of my personality. Yeah, I might. That's true.
自分が好きになった人のことですから。
Well, so much for the last minute sorry to embarrassing escape route.
ゆうくんとの公園デート、今からとても楽しみです。
Let's just do it when there's not like any kids around or police officers or money. Swinging her arms back and forth in evident good cheer, Sachi marches along at my side. Seeing this sincere smile on her face, I can feel my chest growing warm. What if my master used to feel this way when I smiled at her? The thought brings a small, irrepressible smile to my own face. First things first, though, let's get that letter to the post office. Sachi's cheerful mood would last the entire day and well into the night, right until the moment we fell asleep, nestled against the warmth of each other's bodies. The only thing they brought up is the parents thing. Human beings are most vulnerable moments of celebration. Okay, that's a good sign. We haven't even gotten a choice yet. There's no way there isn't a choice. There's always a choice, isn't there? Growing up in a house where a thoughtless smile on my face could earn me a punch to the jaw. Yay! I figured out that much before I even graduated from elementary school. Probably because of that, I've always been pretty cautious about making my real feelings too obvious to others. And by the same token, I'm aware of associating carelessness with danger more strongly than most people. I make a conscious effort to stay alert, if not tense at all times. As I've just been reminded, true carelessness is something that sneaks up on you. The nastiest surprises always come when you don't even realize you've let your guard down. Okay. Jerked involuntary out of a light sleep, I hear harsh, gasping breathing nearby. It doesn't take long for me to realize that it's Sachi. I instantly reach over and shake her trembling body. Sachi, wake up, Sachi. When I call her name, her eyes slide open quickly enough. Sachi? And a few moments later, she responds in a sluggish voice. A voice tinged with genuine exhaustion rather than typical morning lethargy. This has become a familiar pattern lately. Another bad dream. You're lying to me. You seemed aware of the nightmares before. Not telling me about them and... This is my point of carelessness. Sachi's nightmares. The first night I spent sharing a bed with Sachi became the first morning I saw her groaning in her sleep. Hardly a problem in itself, but since she's been having these nightmares practically every day, and with each passing morning, her suffering seems to be growing worse. When screaming finally grows strong enough to rouse me, I quickly reach over and shake her awake. Recently, this has become almost routine. I mean, we know about the nightmares. I can't imagine it being anything else at the moment. Sachi closes her eyes and waits motionlessly for her breathing to grow calm. Is your throat dry? Need something to drink? Thanks for the offer, Yuuji. I'll take a drink of water. Slowly sliding off the bed onto her feet, she makes her way directly towards my bathroom. This clear exhaustion after the fact is a recent development. At first, she'd quickly returned to normal, so energetic and cheerful that I'd all but forgotten about her tossing and turning. Because of that, I was slow to pick up on the fact that there was something seriously wrong. But recently, her poor sleep has begun to take its toll. In the last few days, she's noticeably absent-minded and inattentive, frequently spacing out at random moments. Sachi returns from the bathroom a few minutes later, looking slightly more awake. Can you remember what the dream was about today? I see. I don't believe her. She knows the nightmares before. If it's the same thing, she's not just gonna forget that. And it doesn't seem like there's reason for her to have a new nightmare. The response is familiar as well. I think she just doesn't want me to worry. Which makes some sense. But... yeah. Sachi's aware of the nightmares, but so far she hasn't been able to remember the specific details after waking up.
それよりもうすぐユウくんがランニングに出かける時間です。
Yeah, but...
私のことなら大丈夫です。ユウくんはいつもの日課をこなしてください。
She doesn't want to take me out. She doesn't want to inconvenience me or anyone else, I imagine. The usual. She's aware of the feelings, she's embraced it, the happiness that can come with it, but she hasn't gotten over the trauma. And she's decided to deal with it on her own, it seems. Sachi.
私はその間に朝ごはんを作ってお待ちしていますから。
Alright. When Sachi's like this, the world's longest lever couldn't budge her. Trying to push the issue wouldn't be productive. Reluctantly, I leave my room and head out for my run. Alone on the rooftop of the dorm, I mutter the word to myself. Sachi's gone out shopping for daily necessities. Finding myself with a little free time on my hands, I wander up here to think things over. Mental exhaustion is a hell of a lot harder to deal with than the physical kind. It doesn't always show on the face. Sachi told me she was quite alright, but it didn't look like she was consciously telling a lie. Maybe she takes maybe she takes everything that's happened as a net positive, even if she's having a lot of negatives come with it too. But that just means the girl isn't fully aware what these nightmares are doing to her. If anything, that makes the situation all the more troublesome. I need to take action quickly. Bad dreams occur more often when there's something weighing on your mind. This constant barrage suggests that Sachi's deeply troubled by something on a subconscious level. To resolve this cleanly, I need to identify the specific cause of those nightmares. But given that she can't provide me with any information on their contents, I don't have any clues to work off of. I'm not sure where to begin.
尼の無駄にでかいあの胸には一体何が入っているんだ
Jello, probably. The hell? Really pulled out of my ruminations, I turn towards the unexpected interloper. Makina standing a few feet behind me with a shit-eating smirk on her face.
どう私とお兄ちゃんのシンクロ率に驚いた
Sync. Yeah, synchronization rate. Approximately 2%, astounding in a way.
そんなの全然嬉しくないのよさ
Well, what are you doing up here? Was she trying to imitate me? I probably have said something like that before. Huh. Well, whatever. Well, what are you doing up here anyways?
ジュースを買いに来たらお兄ちゃんの姿が見えたからちょろっと吹き替えをやってみただけなのよさ
That affects. I half remember someone in the past, like, doing... fuck, I don't remember the word. Where you did the same voice as someone, it was like the other voice actress.
尼の
No, that was
無
still...
駄にでかい
That was still Magina. That affects.
そういうお兄ちゃんこそ何してたのもしかして習ってた最中
Not that I'm aware of a voice actor for Yuuji. I don't think I even had to turn it off in this. I don't think he has one. Not in this, at least. I'm going to guess she means navel-gazing. I'm guessing that means the sea. Gazing? Not really. I'm just thinking about something.
考え事ユミちゃんのパソコンの壁紙が何の画像になってるかとか
Why would that be on my mind? It's not exactly a mystery. Definitely a point of curiosity, but no.
じゃあサッチーのこと
Oh, shocking. What makes you think that?
それは言わずもがなサチのことで頭がいっぱいだってお兄ちゃんの顔に書いてあるのよさ
After arriving at the school I've been thoroughly reminded that a woman's intuition cannot be underestimated. Yeah, I don't think that took a woman's intuition to figure out. Since I've run into something of a dead end here, maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea to try relying on that natural female perceptiveness. Magina, my friends, I have a favor to ask of you as a woman.
お兄ちゃんの気持ちは嬉しいのだけれど、親友のサッチンは裏切れないのよ。
No, no, no. Sorry to ruin the spectacular fantasy, but I'm not looking for anything like that with you in any timeline.
だとしたら、私に独身術は早すぎたようなのよさ。
Okay, no matter how desperate I might be, turning to Magina for advice might have been a little rash. Then again, she's the same age as Sachi, and the two of them are very close. Sachi might spend more time with Mitru, but her relationship with Magina is much more of a straightforward friendship. In other words, there's a decent chance the girl has the information I need. Maybe I could get Mitru and Amane and Yumiko as well. Whatever, we could have a little conference about it. Alright, Magina, allow me to rephrase that. I have a favor to ask of you as Sachi's best friend, and no, it's not the sex thing still.
お？なんか急に顔がマジになってるけど、何が聞きたいの？
It's not a threesome. It is not a threesome. It is not a threesome. I need your answer. I need to answer a serious question. Has Sachi talked to you about having nightmares recently? No, about it at any point since you transferred in.
悪夢？
Anything come to mind? Even just dreams in general. Try to remember.
サッチンとはいろんな話をしたけれど、そういえば夢の話はしたことがないのよさ。
Oh, she's so distinctly aware of it. Interesting. Okay. Because she's definitely aware of it too, that's the thing. Have you ever seen her groaning or thrashing around in her sleep then?
残念ながらそういうところも見たことはないのよ。
Why do I get a feeling this is how it's going to play out? Sachi really wants to take care of it on her own. She's aware that it's nightmares, and she is aware that it's connected to her mother, and she wants to take care of it on her own, and the only thing she can think of is like going and having her mother unplugged or something from the coma state. Something like that, and she's off to do that right now, or something along the lines, considering how Yuji's been talking about tragedy coming at the most highest peaks and whatnot. Seems plenty possible. I see.
そういえば。
What, you remember something?
サッチンが行方不明になって病院に入院してた時、一度だけ夢を見てうなされていたことがあったのよ。
Did she say anything in her sleep?
確か何度もごめんなさいって謝って、最後にお父さんお母さんって。
Okay. Yep. I see. I'm not sure why I haven't woken up before, or like failed to go to sleep, or purposely chose to not actually go to sleep so I could just observe her for the night, see if she did say anything like that.
サッチン、どっか悪いの？
Apparently my concern is pretty transparent, and Makina peers into my face with an anxious expression. She's just been having a lot of bad dreams lately, so I want to gather any information I could. It's nothing you need to worry about.
だったらいいのだけれど、もしサッチンに何かあっても、お兄ちゃんなら何とかしてくれるって私は信じてるのよ。
Yeah, leave it to me. I drop a hand on Makina's head and ruffle her hair around a little my usual way.
ふんじゃ、私はジュースを買ってザリガニに餌をあげてくるのよさ。
Oh, yeah, you did have that. Her expression returning to a reassured smile, Makina shows me the jumble of coins in her hand. She drops back inside to the dormitory. I'm sorry, and Mommy and Daddy, huh? I had my suspicion, but those keywords make it pretty clear. The dreams have to be connected to the accident that occurred on her birthday. Sachi decisively stated that she still loves her parents, despite their cold attitude towards her near the end. I'd taken that to mean that Sachi had reached some sort of personal closure over what had happened, but apparently that was wishful thinking on my part. And if Sachi's memory of the past are the cause of her current suffering, JB's executive summary isn't going to be enough. I'm going to need more detailed information about what happened back then.
下駄箱に靴があるのにどこにもいないと思ったらこんなところにいたのね。
Ah, it's just Zero.
また年上の女性を呼び捨てにして。
Hmm? Don't you want me to treat you like you're a nice young whippersnapper? Figured I could just keep saying it until you lose the energy to complain.
そんなことはありません。
We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, sounds like you're looking for me. What do you need?
そうそう。あなたと話すときはいつも本題を忘れそうになるわ。
Oh, come on. I brought it back pretty quickly this time. Grumbling pointlessly in her usual manner, Chizuru takes out the envelope from under her arm and offers it to me. What is this?
あなた宛ての荷物よ。
Huh. A delivery. What, from Ichigaya?
それは差出人を見ればわかると思うわ。
Am I? I silently accept the envelope and look for the sender's name in the corner of the label. Kumine Akihiro. Kumine? Is this?
ええ。秋広さんは小峰さんの保護者であり、俗柄的には小峰さんのおじさんにあたる人よ。
You know, if I want to get the full story, or as close as I can without actually going to Sachi for it. Why would Sachi's uncle send me a package? What's in this thing?
それは私にもわからないわ。
Do you want to know? If not, thank you and scoot along.
私はただそれを風見くんに渡して伝言を伝えてほしいと頼まれただけだから。
A message.
荷物のことで話したいことがあるから、もしよければ電話をかけてほしいって。
Sends a package to someone he's never met. And now he wants a phone call too. I don't get it.
あなたと小峰さんは小さい頃に会っていたから、幼い頃に面識があったんじゃなかったの？
No, I never went to Sashi's house. I didn't even meet her parents, let alone her uncle.
そう。だとしたら確かに変な話ね。
Yeah. In the first place, how does this man even know I exist? How long ago was that letter sent? Oh, wait, that's right. I do have an idea about what this might be about.
何かあったの？
I wonder if Sachi lied to me about what she said in her letter. Yeah, Sachi just recently sent her family a letter about how things are going. Said she was mentioning me.
なるほど。それで風見くんの名前を知って、あなたと話をしてみたくなったという可能性はあるかもしれないわね。
I open it up and it's like a picture of me with like in Danganronpa. It's like one of those like they're like the funeral pictures, and they have like it has like the red X across it. It's like in a frame too. And if I want to discuss it, call him up and talk to him. Maybe, but even if he knows who I am from the letter, I don't understand why he'd suddenly just send it back directly to me. Interesting. If I were to guess, I'd say that he is aware of the situation, afraid for the specifics, and wants to talk to me about it. Or maybe from the contents of Sachi's letter, he's aware that she is not over it in the slightest and wants to give me a heads up. If Sachi told him a little more than she should have, there's always the possibility he might be looking to give me a stern parental talking to. Yeah. In any case, since I'm currently in the need of detailed information regarding Sachi's past, this is a convenient coincidence.
どうする？あなたにその気があるなら、預かっている番号を教えるけど。
Alright, yeah, I'll give him a call. Be right back. Okay, back. From the look of this number, he's not in the Tokyo area. Not shocking. Back in my own room, I look over the scrap of paper Chizuru handed me, cell phone in hand. Whatever the contents of the envelope may be, it's clear that Sachi's uncle has something he wants to tell me. No reason to think too hard. I'll know once we talk. After one final attempt at persuading myself, I entered the number from Chijiro's notes onto my private cell phone. When the call connects, I hear the voice of seemingly mild-mannered middle-aged man on the other side of the line. Am I speaking with the Komini Akihiro-san? Yes, Apologize for not introducing myself.
いや、見知らぬ相手にいきなり電話をかけろと言われたんだ。警戒して当然だよ。
I appreciate your understanding then.
それで、封筒の中身はもう見てくれたかい？
No, I thought it might be best just to hear what you have to say first.
確かにそうだね。じゃあ、今開けてみてもらえるかな。
It's a bomb! No. Certainly. As instructed, I rip open the thick envelope Principal Tachibana handed me on the rooftop. Inside, I find a single metal key, weathered with age. Oh, is this to, like, the shop? That's what it seemed to be.
鍵が一本出てきただろう。
Yes, that's correct.
それはね、サチの実家の隣に立っている工場の鍵なんだよ。
The workshop.
それを君に託したいと思ってね。
I understand what you're saying, sir, but why would you give this to me?
ああ、これはすまない。まずはそれを話すのが先だったね。
I'd appreciate some clarification, yes.
私はね、風見くん。この前届いた手紙を見て驚いたんだよ。
Shocked.
ああ。私とサチが最後に話したのは、あの子が行方不明になった事件があった後のことで、その時に時間が取れるようだったら夏休みに帰ってくるといいという話をして別れたんだ。だが、お盆を過ぎてもサチが帰ってくることはなく、連絡一つない。それでさすがに私も家内も心配になって電話をかけてみようかという話になったところで、あの手紙が届いた。そして中を見てみれば、私たちが驚くようなことがたくさん書いてあった。昔のように生き生きとした文章で、友達のことや学園での思い出が綴られていて、最後には、だから私は今幸せです。そう書いてあったんだよ。
You don't say.
他にも、幼い頃に遊んでいた男の子と再会して彼女にしてもらったと嬉しそうに書いてあってね。その子がどんなにすごい男の子なのかが熱心に書かれていた。それが風見くんだったんだよ。
I see. So that's how you learned about me.
ああ、おそらく君はもう気づいていると思うが、あの子は幼い頃に目の前で起こった事故が原因で他人の頼みを断れない子になってしまった。そしてまるでロボットのようになってしまったあの子は、普通の学園での生活は困難と判断されて、美浜学園への入学を余儀なくされたんだ。
Right.
そんなサチがあんな手紙を送ってきたんだから、本当に驚いたんだよ。そしてサチを変えてくれたのは風見くん、君なんだろ？
Now, I only give her the opportunity to realize something about herself. If the Sachi you knew has changed, Akira-san, it's entirely the results of her own efforts.
そうか。だったら改めてお礼を言わせてもらうよ。ありがとう、風見くん。
As I said, you really don't owe me any thanks.
若いのに謙虚だね。
You're very kind, sir.
それで私がその鍵を君に送った理由なんだが、私たちはあの子に一つだけ黙っていることがあるんだよ。
Is that so?
あの子を襲った事故が起きたのは10歳の誕生日の日だったということは知っているかい？
Yes, she told me that much herself.
それなら話が早いんだが、私が君に送った鍵はその日サチの母親のポケットの中から見つかったものだ。
Did she have the key to their house as well?
いや、二人のポケットから見つかったのは工場の鍵だけだった。そう考えると少し妙だと思わないかね。
Yes, incredibly. I have to agree, yes. Typically, people keep their most frequently used keys together on a single ring. My goodness, I have a lanyard with so many fucking keys on it. Decent number of them work-related, some of them being novelty, not actual keys. I have a key blade on that. Since her parents had left the house, presumably planning to bring their daughter back home, grabbing the key to the workshop doesn't really make sense.
私は事故が起こる1週間前に弟の家を訪ねていたんだが、その時もうすぐ 兄さんをびっくりさせるような報告があるんだってね。
Were they planning a present for her that was in the workshop that they made, maybe? Ooh, that actually would make sense. And they grabbed it so they could bring her right to it? Your jaw drop.
結局それが何なのかは聞けずじまいだったが、弟は工場で何かをしているようだった。
Are you saying you haven't entered the workshop yourself since the accident?
弟の葬儀やサチの母親の容体もあって、私がその鍵を使ったのは随分後になってからだった。
What was inside?
君はサチと両親の仲がうまくいっていなかったと聞いているかい？
Yes, from what she told me, the family business was featured on television. Things became very busy and they stopped paying much attention to her.
あの時はどうしても手が足りなくて、私も何度か手伝ったことがあったくらいだったんだ。
Is that so?
弟はね、男3人兄弟の末っ子で、兄弟からも両親からも一番甘やかされて育ったんだ。
Oh my.
だから自分にも子供ができたら、うんと甘やかしてやるんだって。そう言っていてね。
A little bit. Yeah, that does sort of make sense. And as soon as he wasn't able to.
実際あの子のために納期を遅らせたり、仕事をキャンセルしたりするのはしょっちゅうだった。
Damn, okay. Sounds like quite the doting parent.
そんな弟がどんな思いでがむしゃらに頑張っていたのか。工場の扉を開けた時、それが伝わってきたよ。
So they got for the last year? What could be that elaborate? So you're saying Sachi does not know?
あの子は自分がいい子にしていなかったせいであの事故が起こってしまったと思い込んでいてね。事故の直後は両親の話をしただけで吐き出してしまうくらい罪の意識を感じていた。それで心療内科の先生とも相談して、実家にはなるべく近づけない方がいいということになったんだ。ただいつか真実とも向き合える日が来た時のために、工場はあの日のまま私が管理しているんだよ。そう言うと聞こえはいいが、弟はいくつかパテントも取っていて、その利益で固定資産税を払っているだけなんだけどね。
Yeah, that's fair. I've been sitting like that ever since it's been sitting like that ever since the day of the accident.
ああ、でもあの手紙を書けるようになったのなら、ちゃんともうその日が近いんじゃないかと思ってね。
And therefore, you sent me this key. Because if I can help her, at least realize her situation well enough to put her mind back in a frame, a healthier frame, I might be able to do the same in this. At least guide her to the conclusion that she needs.
ああ、今のサチのことを一番理解している風見くんがその必要があると判断したなら、その鍵を使ってほしい。
Okay. Maybe I should go check it out myself. Are you really comfortable leaving this something that's important to my judgment?
これは既婚者の勘だが、サチは風見くんのことをとても信頼している。そのことがあの手紙からは伝わってきた。だからこそその判断ができるのは君しかいないと思ったんだよ。風見くんも急にこんな話を聞かされて困惑しているかもしれないが、サチは私たちにとっても大切な子だ。で、その思いが風見くんにとっても同じだとしたら、その鍵を受け取ってほしい。
Alright. In that case, I'll accept it.
そうか。やはり君に託すことにして正解だったな。
What makes you say that?
親の勘ってやつだ。
If you say so.
君との初めての話がお願いになってしまって心苦しいが今度サチが家に帰る機会があったら、その時は風見くんも一緒に来ておくれ。家内ともども歓迎するよ。
Oh, yeah, of course. I'd be honored.
ああ、それじゃあありがとう、風見くん。
Yes, and thank you, sir. As our call comes to an end, I give a pointless little bow of the head to Sachi's uncle. Can't help but offer a little respect to the man who showed such sincere trust in a youngster he never even met before. Most likely, Sachi and her parents had their signals crossed, and everything should have been cleared up that very day. I'd vaguely suspected something of the sort, but Kamini Akihiro's story has left me pretty much firmly convinced. From the sound of things, there's a decent chance that workshop holds the answer that will unravel Sachi's painful misunderstanding. Assuming that these nightmares are connected to her sense of guilt about the past, I'll almost certainly need to take my chances and make use of this key. That said, right now I don't think Sachi could accept what she'd find there. I should still go check it out, right? My dreams are always the same, but not today. Today I dreamed of a girl in a small dim room weeping and wailing. When I squinted my eyes against the darkness, I realized that girl cowering the floor was Sachi. Sachi, even not the Sachi I knew. Her legs were locked in thick chains, binding her to a massive ball of iron. She couldn't stand, couldn't even drag herself along the rough floor. But even so, she struggled and squirmed, desperately trying to escape the heavy fetters binding her flesh. But no matter how hard she tried, the cold iron wouldn't yield. Every twist and turn only brought more anguish. In the end, she stopped trying. Sachi was sealed in that gloomy prison, no chance of escape, and I was powerless to help her. I could only watch her, exhausted and hopeless, slowly wasting away. Oddly enough, I'm freed from that despairing nightmare by the same thing that announced its arrival. The sound of Sachi screaming. Sachi? The ear-splitting shriek jolts me awake, adrenaline coursing through my veins. Your stomach? Twisting to my side, I immediately understand that the final scream was all too real. Sachi's clutching at her arms as if to embrace herself. Her clenched teeth audibly chatter against each other. Hold on, It doesn't take me long to realize the abnormality of the situation. Sachi admitted that she's been having nightmares lately, and I knew that they were disrupting. And I knew that they were leaving her dispirited and exhausted. As of yesterday, the situation didn't seem like an outright emergency, but these symptoms are all too clearly something else entirely. She's experiencing pain and terror well beyond what a mere bad dream can offer. Sachi's eyes are wide open, tears streaming relentlessly down her cheeks, a contorted grimace frozen on her face. It's the expression of a human being forcibly shown a gruesome memory they'd like nothing more than to forget. Yeah, I'm sort of getting that feeling. The fact that she's now accepting the selfish aspects of herself means that she's also forcing herself to deal with the guilt, and she is not dealing with it very well. Even as the alarming thoughts run through my head, Sachi continues to grind out apologies like a broken wind-up toy. Damn, I don't know exactly what she's seeing right now, or what triggered her suddenly enter this state. Whatever the answer to those questions may be, I cannot allow this to continue for even a second longer. Hey, Sachi, wake up! I shout her name at point-blank range to no effect. She continues to mutter deliriously, staring right through me. Sachi, snap out of it, Sachi! Even when I shake her by the shoulder almost too vigorously, the light doesn't return to her clouded eyes. God damn it. What do I do? How do I make her hear my voice? Yeah, that was my first thought, well before anything. In the end, only one thing's on the mind. Wrapping my arms around Sachi, I envelop her in a gentle hug. It's alright. It's alright. Keeping my voice as calm as possible, I whisper reassuring words in her ear, just like my master used to do for me. Using the simple warmth of my body, more real than words can ever be, and I speak directly to Sachi's heart. In time, Sachi's previously frantic breathing begins to slow, and the violent trembling of her body gradually subsides. Finally regaining her consciousness, Sachi looks up at me with the eyes of a disoriented child. All right, Sachi. We were having a nightmare until just a second ago. A pretty terrible one. That dream.
何でもありません。それより、ゆうくんにお見苦しいところをお見せしてしまいました。小峰幸、一生の不覚です。
I'm gonna try to prod the conversation forward. Sachi avoids the subject with a forced attempt at humor.
というわけでちょっと顔を洗いに。
Oh, is that why she's washing her face? So she can get rid of the tears? Yeah, okay, and before I notice them. Okay, well, yeah. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty clear that she's specifically trying to hide it, and she knows full well what it is. Hold it, Sachi. I reach out and catch Sachi's arm. She tries to flee. What is torturing you like this?
苦しめられているなんて大げさです。またちょっと怖い夢を見ただけですから。
The girl is doing her best to put up a tough front, but she's still too visibly shaken for it to be halfway convincing. That's a lie. The way you were screaming just now, that wasn't just a bad dream.
やっぱりゆうくんに隠し事はできませんね。
Mumbling resigned words in a wry tone of voice, Sachi turns back to face me and slowly lowers herself into a sitting position in my bed. In other words, I was on the money.
はい。私の場合は過去を追体験するフラッシュバックという症例に該当するそうです。初めてお医者さんに診てもらった時、そう言われました。
I see. This is one of those times where being right isn't particularly pleasant. I've been so damn pleased with myself for saving Sachi. Self-centered as it may be, this feels like some cosmic slap to the face. Like someone's telling me, you haven't saved anyone yet. There's a sharp, bitter stab of pain somewhere deep inside my chest.
すみません。私、ゆうくんに嘘をついてしまいましたね。
No, you don't need to apologize for that. Just... please don't do it again. I understand that you don't want to burden me, but I'd rather have that choice myself and whether that burden is worth me trying to help you with or not. I understand that you can bring yourself to volunteer the truth out of concern for me. To criticize her for that, you'd have to be an oblivious asshole or a genuine sadist. But I do want to know what's making you suffer like this.
それは。
Stopping mid-sentence, Sachi lightly bites her lower lip. From the expression on her face, just thinking about it must be enough to send some fateful images flashing through her head.
ゆうくんは私の誕生日に起こった事故のことを知っているんですよね。
I know what they wrote in the reports, at least. Not much more. From what I read, a drunk driver ran a red light on a road outside the park where the two of us used to play, hitting your parents at full speed.
はい。その結果、全身を強く打ったお父さんは即死。そしてお母さんは
Survived, but fell into a persistent vegetative state. She's still hospitalized to this day.
はい。その通りです。
And you're telling me you've been reliving the precise moment you witnessed that accident over and over?
そうなんだと思います。ゴムが焼ける嫌な匂いも、いつまでもアイドリングを続けるトラックのエンジン音も鮮明に感じられますから。でも私が本当に怖いのはたった一つの言葉なんです。
A word?
はい。トラックにはねられた直後、お母さんにはまだ意識がありました。そして自由に動かなくなった体を懸命に動かして顔を上げると、すっかり足がすくんでしまっていた私にお母さんはこう言ったんです。サチ、どうしてって。それは私にとってとてもショックな言葉でした。どうして今日はお家にいてくれなかったの？どうしてもっといい子でいてくれなかったの？私たちがこんな目にあったのは全部あなたのせいなのよ。そう言われているような気がして。だから私が病院のベッドで目を覚ました後、お母さんが助かったと聞かされて、最初に 怖いって思ってしまったんです。本当ならよかったってそう思うはずなのに、もしお母さんが目を覚ましたらその口から私を憎むような言葉が出るんじゃないかって、それが怖くて退院した後もずっとお見舞いにすら行けなくて、お父さんやお母さんから恨まれないような子に少しでもいい子にならなくちゃってそう思って。
I don't think Sachi's ever shared those feelings with anyone else. In parallel to this cascade of raw, honest emotion, a constant stream of tears flows down her cheeks.
だから
That's enough. As the words finally fail her, I embrace a trembling body. Oh, I am sorry for making you talk about something you didn't want to remember.
いえ、私の方こそすみません。でももう少しだけこのままでいさせてください。すみません、もう大丈夫です。
A little after the sun begins to peak above the horizon, Sachi lifts her face from my chest and smiles at me. You're not lying this time, are you?
はい、ゆうくんから元気をもらいましたから。
Alright. Determining that her smile isn't artificially plastered on her face, I slowly release Sachi's body.
ゆうくんに頭を撫でてもらえると嬉しくなりますが、抱きしめられるとゆうくんのことがもっと好きになってしまうんですね。
This blatant attempt at flattery isn't going to earn you any head patting, you know?
頭を撫でてもらい損なったのは残念ですが、お世辞じゃありません。まごうことなき真実です。
That a fact.
はい。
Okay. Feeling the warmth of the person you love is comfortable, calming, enough to make you want to forget all the rest. That said, I can't just let the discussion from before drop. I hesitate awkwardly, unsure of how to proceed, but after a moment's silence, Sachi resolves my dilemma by speaking first.
きっとあの夢は私への罰なんです。
Punishment?
はい。仕事が忙しくなってからお父さんとお母さんが私に冷たくなったことはお話ししたと思いますが、事故が起こったあの日、お父さんとお母さんはそれまでが嘘のように優しかったんです。
Affectionate,
はい。あの日、私が目を覚ますといつも聞こえてきていた機械の音がしないことに気づいたんです。それが気になってリビングに顔を出すと、お父さんとお母さんが並んでテーブルに座っていました。そして今日はサチの誕生日だからみんなでお祝いしようと。私はその言葉に驚きました。どうして急に2人が優しくなったんだろう。これは夢だろうかって。でもすぐにそれが現実だということに気づきました。そしたら急に腹立たしくなってきたんです。今までどんなに私が頑張っても振り向いてくれなかったのに、それなのに誕生日の日だけ優しくするなんて、そんなの都合が良すぎる。そう思った私はすぐに家を飛び出しました。そして私はゆうくんとの待ち合わせ場所だった公園に向かい、夕方になっても家に戻らない私を心配して探しに来たお父さんとお母さんが。
I see. That explains how Sachi convinced herself the accident was her fault.
だから私がどんなに後悔しても、どれだけいい子でいようとしても、あの日に事故が起こったという事実は消えません。
I mean...
そしてそれはどうしようもないくらいに子供だった自分のせい。あの日の事故は私が2人の言うことを聞いていれば起こることのないものだったんです。だからきっとその原因を作った私のことをお父さんとお母さんは恨んでいる。そう思っている限り、私はあの日の夢を見続けるんだと思います。
And from the sound of things, she's still blaming herself even now. The tone of her voice is almost resigned, as if accepting her responsibility. But that doesn't mean she's come to terms with what happened. She simply despaired of ever finding forgiveness. The proof is written on her face. Even as Sachi speaks calmly of the past, her expression is filled with bitter regret. Alright? I understand where this is coming from. But there's still one thing I don't get. Up until just recently, I'm pretty sure you weren't having daily nightmares, let alone traumatic flashbacks. What happened? Do you have any idea why they've gotten just so bad?
それは多分今の私が幸せを感じているからなんだと思います。私がフラッシュバックに悩まされていたのは事故の直後がほとんどで、いい子でいようと決めた後はフラッシュバックも悪夢を見る回数も徐々に減ってきていたんです。でもこの学園でゆうくんと再会してから、自分の間違いに気づいて大切な人と一緒にいられるという幸せな時間を実感するようになってから、またあの日の夢を見るようになった。だとしたらお父さんとお母さんが私のことを怒っているのかもしれません。
Well, that is one hell of a correlation. If you want to create some causation out of it, that'll definitely not help her mental state currently. In other words, you're saying your parents don't want you to be happy.
もちろんこの考えは私の勝手な思い込みかもしれません。
So you're aware that you're probably just making yourself think that? But it's hard to stop yourself from believing it subconsciously, right?
でも自分たちはこんなに苦しんでいるのに、どうしてお前だけが笑っているんだ。自分のわがままで家族の幸せを壊した張本人が幸せになっていいのか。
God, this is the sort of thinking that's gonna make her commit suicide or some shit. My goodness.
あの日のことを忘れるな。
Yeah, she is maybe even more dangerous to herself right now than she was before.
言われているような気がするんです。
Alright, I understand. I committed the sin of disobedience. My selfishness led directly to that accident. Of course my parents would resent my happiness. Her father's dead, her mother's still asleep in the hospital bed. They can neither confirm nor deny that belief, let alone offer Sachi their forgiveness. With no possibility of resolution, your sense of sin swells grotesquely inside you like an ugly black tumor. I really do understand. The circumstances were very different, but I carry similar feelings about the deaths of my own parents. Unless you knew a way to turn back time, the debts you owe the dead can never truly be repaid. They can never accept your apologies or excuses. Sachi too realized that harsh truth. Desperate to escape the torture of the flashback, she reduced herself to a shell of a human being. Numbing her own feelings, she overrode her identity with that of the good girl. And it worked. The nightmares left her. And thanks to my meddling, Sachi's return to normality. And once again, she's defenseless against her dreams. It makes sense. There are two specific elements that contribute to these awful nightmares. First, Sachi never had the chance to hear her parents' explanation for their cold behavior. And second, she continues to believe, on some half-rational level, that the accident was her fault. Her guilt and fear of her parents' hatred feed off her own happiness. In other words, if she wants to stop seeing these nightmares, she has to stop being happy. Sachi seems to be half convinced herself that suffering like this is just the price she has to pay. But I'm not enough of a masochist to accept that. I could be more of a sadist. That might work. I'm not about to put up with a girl I love being miserable. No, forget not miserable. If at all possible, I want her to be the happiest damn person in the damn world. And I think that's only natural. And precisely because I carry a burden similar to hers, I might be able to teach her a thing or two. Our burdens may be very similar, but we're carrying them very differently. There's no reason to let your sin chain you to the ground. There's no need to lock yourself in a dark room forever. It doesn't do anyone any damn good. And most of all, if I'm not mistaken, Sachi has an obligation to become happier than anyone else. Sachi, are you really alright with that? Are you really satisfied with this, tortured by nightmares, living every day in terror of your mother's words?
それは
Caught off guard by my challenge of the status quo, Sachi casts her eyes down in bewilderment. She can't find the words, but the answer's written on her face. Of course I don't want to see the nightmares, but there's nothing I can do. Personally, I don't think there's any reason you need to be tied down to the past any longer.
過去に縛られる必要がない。
That's right. Keeping that in mind, I'm going to tell you a way to get rid of those nightmares that are giving you so much trouble. What you do with that knowledge is up to you. What? You don't believe what I'm telling you?
はい。私が過去に縛られる必要がないってユウくんが考えているだけでもびっくりなのに、悪夢の解決方法を教えるだなんて。
Yes, it might be hard for you to believe, having lived with the guilt for so long. That said, I really don't think you need to drag it around anymore. And I'm not lying about knowing a way out.
じゃあ、本当にそんな方法が。
That's right. There's only one thing there's only one thing for you to do about these nightmares. Kill the source.